Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing? I wanted to ask you today about all the stuff that's going on in the news involving people's relationships with another people and sex this and betrayal that and all the stuff that's going on. One of my favorite cartoons from an old copy of Playboy years ago, who's to say what's normal and what isn't normal? And it seems today like everybody is trying to say what is normal and what isn't normal by blaming each other for not doing my definition of normal. And is this something that anybody could possibly agree upon?
I think so. I think we can take from all our three Abrahamic religions and from Buddhism and Hinduism, I think we can take respect for other human beings, respect for someone with whom we share intimacy. We're physically intimate, emotionally intimate, and our religions tell us to treat the other person respectfully and that we should enjoy each other's company. When we talk about this, there is a gap between what's in the media, the public, what people believe, and what politicians want to use as a tool. What the politicians want to bring back is don't ask, don't tell, which really is a big mistake, which is why the 60s turned into what they did, and they went to another extreme. The only thing that's realistic, truly, is to be realistic and not pretend something is or it isn't, and not to forbid something, but rather we want to acknowledge that human beings are attracted towards other human beings, and human beings have sex with each other. It's that simple. And the more we try to pretend that it either doesn't exist or it's wrong in this setting but right in this setting, we keep getting ourselves in trouble. Now, Judaism differs from some other religions. Judaism teaches that sex should be fun. You should have sex with your partner. It's not a sin. There's nothing sinful. It's not punishment. You shouldn't have sex as if the devil is making you do it, and there's nothing wrong with it. And one should also have relationships for procreation. Two separate things. Two separate things. And so the teaching in our religion is that we're not going to put what we do on Facebook. We're not going to put pictures that would embarrass our partners. And in public, we're not going to be disrespectful of our partner. And we're not going to do things to get even with them, to embarrass them. And the same thing applies to dress. It's not a case of covering one's body as if you're in a shroud. It's what's tasteful, what's respectful in terms of your faith, your practice. And that means if your practice requires head coverings or whatever, then you wear that, but don't impose that on me. But I also think this is really important, Joe. As a society, we need to set boundaries. We need to say this is wrong, it's against the law. Exploiting children, exploiting people. And that I think is the problem with pornography. It's exploitation. And it's to make money, to take advantage of someone else. And as a society, we need to look at each other and say, let's create some laws, but not laws based on your religion or my religion. Let's find a middle road, the middle way, something that's reasonable. We all know extremes. Extremes are always harmful. They never work, Joe.
And we're not saying that you can't have a very conservative belief personally or belong to a very conservative religion. But like you said, that religion, that belief can't really go out into the world and be made into a universal guideline for an entire nation because not everyone is going to agree. I think we can all agree that this is one subject on which no one can possibly agree in every detail. But I know what I always agree on, Rabbi, and that's what you say in your wisdom every week to me. I appreciate it very much.
And let's just keep in mind before we approach another human being or we approach our partner just ask ourselves, am I being respectful? Am I taking their feelings into consideration? And that I don't want to embarrass my partner. And too often I see people wearing clothes and saying things that are solely to shock and embarrass. And you know what? It's foolish.